Join us for a snowy night of camping with our truck camper. Hey everyone, it's Josh, Kate, and Coco here, and tonight we're going to be doing some spring camping, but you can see it is snowing out. It's Friday, April 5th, I believe, and we didn't have snow for a little bit, but then a few days ago it really came down and it's snowing again. It's not too cold, but it is sticking, so we might get a good amount again tonight. Currently we're parked at a little park, and there's a stream right here and an electric facility right here. But I don't know if we're going to be able to stay here tonight. But there is a park that we are going to walk Coco to, and it's right down this way. You can't see it yet. This really is a pretty spot. The water's pretty loud here. There's like a good amount of snow here.
Yeah. There's a little bit of a hill right there, and I feel like it would be a good spot to sled.
Yeah, this is just steep enough where I think you could. I feel like Coco always really loves the snow. She used to run like crazy through it, but she's 9 now, or 9.5 now. She's still having a good time. Hey, Coco. This is a pretty nice little park. I feel like it doesn't get used a lot, but it is good, although there aren't any benches or anything. I can't believe it's coming up on 2 years ago. I think it might be 2 years ago tomorrow, where I got my white 4Runner that I no longer have, the 2022 Off-Road Premium that we used to have in all of our videos. I just feel like the last 2 years have gone by really quickly. Actually, I feel like the last 4 years have gone by pretty quickly. Ever since March of 2020 when COVID started, I just feel like things felt a little different. Well, I think we're going to continue our walk for the next 20 or 30 minutes, and I'll see you whenever we get back to the truck camper. And here we are back at the truck camper. Coco, you ready to go up? Good girl. You can hear Kate already started the heater. I've just got to turn on our propane, and then I'm going to be heading inside. I did just see like a little dog run down the street over this way. I wonder if someone's just taking it on a walk off leash. It just ran off into the woods. It wasn't a little dog, it was actually a small fox. It was sitting right up here, you can't see it anymore, but once I walked up this way, it ran off into the woods. Look, you can see it walking back again, kind of. Can't tell what it is, if it's a raccoon or what. I just took video of an animal, and at first I thought it was a little dog, and then I thought it was a little fox, and now I think it might be a tiny bear. I'll have to show you the little video and see if you can see what it is. I think it's getting kind of late. I think it's almost 8 o'clock now. And the reason why we haven't been camping in a while is because we actually bought a house in our favorite Adirondack town, and we've been working on it for the past month, doing little updates and stuff like that, just to make it newer and nicer. So that's why we haven't been out as much. But we're living out of the truck camper this weekend because we're actually renting out the house. It's on Airbnb, and that was just something that Kate and I always wanted to do, try out a rental property, and we thought this was the best way to do it, or a good way to do it. Live in the truck camper and rent out the house, because we do want to live in the truck camper eventually. I just have to get a fully remote job before we can really make that happen. Now that we've got all of our clothes put away up here, and Kate uses the drawer down there, I'm gonna go put our duffel bags in the truck just so we have a little bit more room in here.
What's for dinner tonight?
So nothing special tonight. We're just gonna be having a salad with some grilled chicken that's already grilled, that we grilled the other night. And then we could also make some sweet potato fries or the green bean things. We got some goat cheese and blue cheese to put on the salads as well as this dressing, so it should be pretty good. It's been so long since we've been in here, I'm gonna have to recharge our little light pack for the string lights and for our little puck lights that go up here. The salads look really good to me. We're having rye bread with it. Coco wants some. I was just having some cucumber and hummus first. This rye bread is really good. I think I haven't had rye in a while, and I really like it. Cheers. Dinner was really good. Our salads weren't too big. And we're just going to be cleaning these dishes up and putting the food away, and I think we're going to play a game after that if we still have them in here. We're going to check for games, but Coco's now asleep in front of the drawer. I don't want to mess with her now. I think it's about 9:30 at this point. Last night, I was up until like 1:30 or 2 a.m. We were both up really late, just like cleaning and trying to get other things done on the house before the first renters came today. I really like these lights. I got them on Amazon. They're micro USB rechargeable, like mini puck lights. I think they're for a kitchen, and they magnet together and on and off. And they also have a little remote, but I don't know where that is right now, probably in the cabinet. I just feel like it changes the whole look of the camper. These lights are really nice because they're bright. I probably talk about this too much in our videos, but when it's nighttime and you're trying to like relax a little bit more, lights like these, like yellow warm white lights, just really help. Yeah, these are like one of my favorite things to the camper. I feel like we've done a lot to the camper.
I'm definitely starting to get tired, but still want to hang out more. One of my favorite things is that we have this lagoon mount and we can take the table off, and then it really just becomes like a lounging space.
Yeah, it is really nice.
Coco is where I would put the table normally though, so.
Sorry, Coco. I think the one last modification we want to do, and we already have the supplies to do it, is make matching cushions that are the same as that to go along the back wall, and we just haven't gotten there yet.
I'm probably going to read a little bit now before we get ready for bed, and I'm actually reading this book called Stone Angel, and it's by my grandpa, which is really cool, so I'm excited to be reading it.
I feel like this is the most boring we've been in a while. We've just got to change, and I'm going to let Coco out one more time, and then I think it's off to bed, and I will see you in the morning.
Good morning. I just got out of the camper, and I'm taking Coco on a little walk right now. We kind of slept in a little bit today because, as Josh was saying earlier, we haven't really been getting a lot of sleep lately, so we were really tired. Here's where we ended up staying last night. Right near where we camped, there's this path, and there's a lot of different trails over here. There's our truck. We're right near this creek also. You can kind of hear it.
You back, Coco? How was your walk?
Oh.
Hey.
We had a good walk. We walked down the path next to the creek, and we walked for a decent amount of time. Coco's thirsty now.
It's really not that cold out. I think it's like 42. I feel like some of the snow melted from last night already. We only heard one truck drive down here, and that was this morning at like 9 a.m. Other than that, there wasn't any traffic. I know down this road over this way, there is one house, and that's it. And I think this little path going up here leads to some walking trails that the town owns. Snow has been really wet and heavy. I used to have one of those extending snow brushes, and I was trying to get the top of the cab of the truck the other day, and I snapped it in half, or else I would be cleaning off the top of the roof, but I can't do that anymore. I think at this point we're gonna drive the truck and camper down to a park that we walked to yesterday, park there, and then walk around the town, and also walk around Mirror Lake and check out the spot called Soulshine Bagel. I actually dropped Kate off at that bagel place, and she was going to go pick us up some, and then we're going to go on a walk because they close soon, and I couldn't find parking down near the bagel spot.
We just got some bagels from Soulshine Bagel, and the parking is pretty busy here, so Josh went to go find a parking spot, so I just ran in to get the bagels.
Now I'm stuck in a mini traffic jam going to pick up Kate again. I'd say it is pretty busy down here, but I was expecting it to be even busier. I guess the eclipse is Monday, and this is 12:30 on a Saturday. The bagel looks good. It's Asiago bagel with cucumber dill cream cheese. Coco's wishing we got her bagel. Right, Coco? And the snow is back. We're just walking up this way and then doing a loop around Mirror Lake. I do think tonight I want to try to go to Chapel Pond, which is 30 minutes that way, or some other place that's still relatively close. It really is snowing pretty good again. I hope it's nice and clear on Monday so we can actually see the eclipse and not like this. There's a nice looking van over there. I wonder where they're gonna stay tonight. We think later today for something to do, we're gonna drive through Au Sable Acres. I believe that's where this is. We're just exploring around, and above the arcade we found this like tap house thing, and it's like pour your own thing. You get a card and then you get to decide what you want, and I forgot how many taps they have here, but it's pretty neat. I didn't even know this existed here. Now we're at the end of Main Street, and you can see the water no longer has any ice on it. We're almost completely around the lake now, and there's a lot of really nice houses here. Definitely out of our price range. Hey Coco, she's ready to come out. How are you?
I'm gonna put the camper.
You want to go on a little walk? We're currently heading to an antique store right outside of town, and then we're going to go check out the Ausable Acres development. We're looking for old metal signs. I like these, but not for this price. Well, that was a neat store I've been wanting to check out, but everything was too expensive, so on to the next thing. Ausable Acres is up here, past Wilmington, up in Jay, and it's a really big development. And if I keep zooming in, you'll be able to see like little streets of houses, and there's a lot of like A-frame rentals there, and just like, yeah, now you can kind of see it. It kind of looks like a campground almost, but there's like a lot of nice little Adirondack homes. So we're finally here. I think these are where all the little roads start, and I guess I'm just gonna go straight because I think I see the little pond or Lake Eaton over here on the right. This is the little pavilion. I'm pretty sure you have to pay like an HOA fee or something, a recreational fee or something if you have a house in this area.
Yeah, I think you can like opt in or not, but I'm pretty sure that the fee is pretty cheap and just gets you access to use the lake and public areas and stuff.
I read an article a couple weeks ago, so I forgot the exact details, but I'm pretty sure this development was started in the 50s or 60s by someone that owned a lumber company in Vermont, and slowly like made all the roads and built a few houses before selling them off on different plots to people. The Snowflake Chalet, I think this one might be a rental. I do like them. They're all like a very nice style. They're very aesthetic, especially this one. This one looks nice and new. The roof looks new. They have one of those little saunas. Here's a good map view. Now you can really see how many houses there are here. This one's called Blue Hour A-Frame, and it's a very popular Airbnb, and they also have like an Instagram for it. It looks pretty in person too. These roads are just dirt roads, and they're pretty bumpy, and usually we don't have the camper jacks on, but since we've taken the truck camper on and off recently, I just left them on. And you can see I got out and checked because this side, the jacks are closer to the truck compared to this side, and I just wanted to see how close they actually were. The truck camper is sitting in the truck bed like this, slightly at an angle this way, so this one is pretty far, and that one's closer, and this one's closer, and that one's a little further out. What are you doing? Are you gonna drive us back?
She hopped up before I could stop her. She was quick.
Now heading to our camp spot, and we decided that instead of going to Chapel Pond, we are going to try to camp at the intersection of Meadows Road and the Adirondack Lodge Road, because we think that Chapel Pond will either still be snowed in, or the couple spots there that you can get to in the winter are already going to be taken. So we're going to see what this spot looks like first. I think this might be where I had planned on parking. There's a couple cars here still. This is the trailhead to South Meadows Road, and there are 18 free campsites down this way, but that road gets closed seasonally, so we can't go there right now. There is a decent amount of cars here, and Coco and I are walking down this way. These are the barriers. And there is a nice packed trail. I don't even need snowshoes.
I definitely think some people are camping in these camp spots, and that's why all those parking spots were full.
Here is the first campsite. I can see a couple tents down that way. So right here is the second site, and this was actually the first place we stayed when we got the truck camper. We had backed in, and then we went hiking. We walked all the way down to the trailhead and just left the truck camper here. There's the Meadows Lane sign over there, and these are the no parking signs, so you can't park anywhere going that way, but you can park on the side of the road going down this way. Tonight for dinner, we're going to be having some burgers with some green beans and risotto. There's a lot of people camping here tonight. We were just talking to people out here, and we're unsure if we should park on this side of the road. One guy thinks that it's not allowed in the winter, but it is April 6th, and I think it might be allowed at this point. I tried to call a couple different forest rangers from the DEC website, but I wasn't able to get through with anyone, and I didn't find anything online about not being able to park here. Things are looking pretty good. You can hear another car driving by. The van did just drive by. Here's a Jeep. I think they're going to park in front of us. These look good. The green beans are now done, and they're seasoned with everything but the leftover seasoning from Trader Joe's. Cheers to roadside camping. Would you like to be carrying a tent into the snowy road right now?
No, I'm like very happy that we're warm and inside. I feel like I like spending some time outside when it's like snowy and cold, but then I definitely like really enjoy being warm afterwards. I was just telling Josh, I feel like our camper is like nicer than a hotel.
Dinner was really good. We're just cleaning up now. You can see Coco is on the lower floor of the truck camper. So this just gives you a good feel for the size of the Olympic. Coco's 55 pounds, 60 pounds. She's not that big. I'd say she's like a larger, medium-sized dog, but not big compared to other breeds. And this is what it looks like. We've just been hanging out in here. It's about 9:20 now, and we want to go to bed pretty soon. I'm gonna let Coco out one more time if she feels like getting up, and then it's off to bed. We want to have more of a productive day tomorrow than we did today, and I'll see you in the morning. Coco, how'd you sleep? It says it's supposed to be a sunny day, but it's still kind of cloudy out. You ready, Coco? Coco and I just walked down the road a little bit, and you can already see the mountains from here. 3 years ago today, Coco and I were paddling for the first time of the 21 season at my favorite spot, a reservoir in Grafton, New York. And it was super pretty, and we went there for sunset. And I'm hoping the weather gets warm so I can take the canoe out again soon. It already is a really nice day out. I think it's 34 degrees and the sun is starting to come out. It should get up to 40 degrees and be sunny midday today. Coco and I are going to continue our walk down to this trailhead. It should be about 2 miles round trip, and then we're going to do some exploring and hiking today. I think that's about it for this video. I will see you next time and fill you in what we did with the rest of our day once we get to our campsite tonight.